with 4.1. It is mostly the same as yesterday. I'm pretty sure it's all the same. It says graph by making a table. We're not. We're just graphing because it's all in slope-intercept form. Okay, so it does need to be in slope-intercept form. And what is that formula? Who remembers? Y equals what? M?
Plus B.
Yep. Okay, what is the B?
The y-intercept.
It's the y-intercept. So it's where it crosses the up and down y line. And what's really important about that one?
Where you first graph your.
You gotta plot it first, okay? So that one has to be plotted first, okay? And then what about the M? What is that? What is the M?
Slope.
It's the slope, okay? And how would you explain to someone what to do with the slope? What is the slope? Because we can't just say slope, people don't know what that. The rise over the run, and what does rise over run mean? What does rise mean? What do you do with the rise part?
Go up.
Up or down? And then what about the run?
Left or right.
Left or right? Okay, so the slope is the rise over run, which is our up over down, and then our left over right. Okay, and then lastly, and I'm gonna do it over here today just so we can consistently keep talking about it, but we have two types of graphs. Okay, one being positive and one being negative. What is this first graph? Is it positive or negative?
Positive.
That's positive. What about this number 2? It's negative. Okay, so that does dictate which way we go with our lines. Okay, today you need to plot 2 points, okay, but your arrow has to go the full length. Okay, that's the only difference. If yesterday you plotted them all, great. If you want to plot them all, you can, but you should be plotting 2 points. The first being the intercept, and the second being however much the slope is from there. Okay, and then your line needs to extend the full graph, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so if we look at number 1, which point am I going to plot first? -4. So we're going to go to the y line, which is the up and down line, and find -4, and we're going to put a dot. Okay, and what is my slope? What is the slope? 3 over 4. So we're going to go up 3 and over 4 which way? I need a positive line. So is that going to be graph 1 or graph 2? Graph 1. So which way am I going to go over 4? Okay, and again, we can put a dot here or we could put a dot here. Which way, if I connect the 2 dots, is going to make my picture look the correct way? To the right. Okay, so this is the dot we need to make. Okay, so those are the 2 dots that you have to make, the y-intercept and then the slope from there. Okay, your line should look like this. Some of you guys are doing this. This is not acceptable. Okay, that is a line segment, not a line. Okay, it should extend the full length of the graph and have 2 arrows on both ends. Okay, but as far as doing the rest of the dots, it's not necessary. Okay. So most of these should go pretty quick today, to be honest, okay? And again, count. Don't try to copy, count. There's a big difference between counting and copying. Okay, look at number 3. Where does that graph start? Where does the graph start at? At 4. Okay, and here's where it gets tricky for some students. Okay, can we go up 3? First of all, if you go up 3 and you're drawing off the graph, something's wrong. Okay, drawing on the graph. Okay, so we cannot go up 3. So we need to go down 3, and I'm going to have to go over 2. Which way do I need to go over 2 in order to make a positive line? To the left. Okay, so we really got to use our brains and think about what do I want my final product of a picture to look like. Okay. And again, we're going to extend all the way, okay, with both arrows on both ends. Okay, it doesn't have to be a perfectly straight line or anything like that, okay, but your 2 dots is really what I'm looking at, okay? Look at number 5. Where does that graph start? -3, so we're going to go to the y line and find the -3 and put a dot. What is my slope? 1. Okay. over one, so we're gonna rise one and run one. So if there's only a letter and there's no slope there, it's a 1 over 1. Okay, so we're gonna rise one and run one, and which way am I gonna go over one? We're gonna go up one and over one, which way? To the left or to the right?
Right. Left.
Okay, so those are our two options. Am I trying to get a positive or a negative slope? Okay, which picture am I looking for? Picture 1 or picture 2?
One.
Picture 1, so I want my line to go this way. I need a positive one. Okay, and again, most of you, hey, okay, most of you guys are gonna like get the dots totally fine. It's gonna be where your line is in the wrong direction, okay? And that's just through years of experience. I would say 99% of the time when your picture's wrong, it's because you went the wrong direction. So really think about, what do I want my final picture and product to look like, okay? Look at number 7. Where does that graph start? -3, so we're gonna go to the -3 and put a dot. What is my slope? 4 over 1, okay, so we're gonna go up 4 and over 1. And again, I need to think, which way do I want my like picture to look like? This is a positive line, so we're gonna go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, over 1 to the right. I need a positive line. And again, we're making an arrow on both sides all the way through our graph. Okay, look at number 9. What is the y-intercept? -2, good. And what is the slope? -3 over 1. So we're gonna go up 3 and over 1. I need a negative line. So which way am I gonna go?
Number 2.
To the left. 1, 2, 3, over 1. Okay, number 11. My graph starts where? At 4. Okay, so we're gonna put a dot at the y is 4. Can I go up 7? No, so I gotta go down 7 and over 5. Really, again, think about which way I want my line to look, okay? So, and you can do, like, make the 5 on both sides, and that'll kind of help you if you're struggling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which way am I gonna go over 5? To the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get off your phone, Wesley, and you'll know. Okay, 13. What does the graph start at? At -4, good. Okay, and what is my slope? -1 over 1. So we're gonna go up 1 and over 1. Which way do I need to go over? I need a negative line. To the left. Okay, we're gonna go up 1 and over 1 to the left. Okay, and last, number 15, where does that graph start? At 5. And what is my slope? -3 over 1. So can we go up 3? No, we cannot. Okay, should you be drawing off the graph? No, you should not. I promise you I'm gonna get mad. Hey, if you're drawing me something over here, like, I don't, that's silly, because if I only gave you the graph part, what are you gonna draw the rest of it on a desk? Like, okay, you've gotta stay on the graph. If you're off the graph, then something is wrong. Okay, so we cannot go up 3, so we're gonna have to go down 3 and over 1. Which way? I need a negative line. Okay, and again, if you're not sure, draw two dots. Each of those is over one. Okay, so if I were to connect my big dot with one of those little dots, which way is gonna give me that negative line that I'm looking for? It's gonna be this guy. Okay, you guys got 8 to do on your own. How many dots do you have to make? 2. You have to make at least 2. Can you make more than 2? Yeah, you absolutely can. We did it yesterday. Okay. Are we allowed to just do 2 dots in a line connecting them? No. If you don't have 2 arrows, I'm marking yours off. If you just drew me 2 dots and nothing else, I'm marking it wrong. Okay? You have to draw the arrows. You have to draw the line.